Welcome back. Now it's time for video number 3. Now, many times we look at our results and we worry about our result and we try to figure out how to get a better result, but we never look at how we got to where we are. If there's a rotten apple on a tree, you can't blame the apple. You have to look at the roots, you have to look at the bark and the branches, because that is what caused the apple to be rotten. So in this particular video, I'm going to talk to you about, and I want you to consider how or why you actually procrastinate, because there is a very clear reason why, and I'm going to give you several. And as you hear me give the reason again, self-evaluation, see if it really resonates with you. Number 1, lack of confidence causes procrastination. It might be you don't feel qualified to do the task. You may not feel like you have the education, or you may feel like I don't even belong in this environment. So it causes you to delay, the definition, delay doing the things that you know you ought to do. You just don't feel confident. You may not know everything that you think you ought to know to fulfill it. So lack of confidence is one reason why you would procrastinate. Lack of organization, not having things in place, causes people, possibly you, to procrastinate, to put things off because you don't have all the pieces. You don't have all the things that are necessary to do a good job or to complete the actual task. Another reason for procrastination. Third reason for procrastination, and I hear this one all the time, it's perfectionism. It's got to be perfect. I talk to my students all the time, even some of my private coaching clients, and they are like, well, I got to have it right. It's got to be perfect. It's got to look like this, and all the bells and whistles got to work, and it's got to be the right kind of color, and my clothes have got to be the right kind of clothes, and I got to say the right thing perfectly every time. And until I'm able to get it right, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to put it out there. Come on now. That is a sign, or that's part of the reason why you procrastinate, because you feel like it has to be perfect. If you haven't noticed, even on these videos, I haven't said everything perfect. I've stumbled over a couple of words. But if I continue to put it off until it gets exactly perfect and everybody loves it, I would probably never do it. Same with you. Perfectionism is a sign or a reason why we procrastinate. We feel it has to be perfect before we can actually do it. All right? Next one is fear. We're just afraid. Afraid of what people are going to say. Afraid if people don't like it. Afraid if it fails. Afraid of succeeding. Now, the Bible clearly says to us, God has not given us the spirit of fear. So this spirit of fear that you have, or this hesitation, this apprehension that you have, is reaching into or causing you to procrastinate. No, it's not the talent. No, it's not the creativity. You're afraid. You're afraid of messing up, afraid of making the mistake. But let me tell you something about fear. And many times, great people, some of the most successful people all over the world, some of my most successful students have all had fear. But they took fear on the ride with them. What do I mean? They were afraid, but they did it anyway. And what I'm saying to you is what you are masking procrastination as it's really fear. All right? Here's another one. Overthinking it. You have analysis paralysis. You're thinking about it way too much. You're making more out of it than what it is. All you have to do is sit down in front of the laptop and start typing what you know is in your heart. That's it. Stop trying to figure out how you're going to format it, or what's the cover going to look like, or what's the title going to be. I got to not have the right title. You're overthinking it. You're making too big of a deal out of it. Just sit down and do it. Stop overthinking. Number 6, I think this is, trying to do too much at one time. Just doing too much at once. The best way to get something done is to do it one step at a time. Many times they say the best way to eat an elephant, if that's what you're into, the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Stop trying to get it all done in one day. Stop trying to get it all done in a few minutes. Take one step at a time. And last, number 7, what you're trying to do is unpleasant. And you don't want to be a part of anything that's going to be painful or unpleasant. So you put it off. Maybe the thing you're procrastinating on is just so unpleasant to you that you don't want to do it. So you keep putting it off. So my encouragement to you is be honest with yourself. It's going to be hard. I don't want to do it. It's going to be painful. I keep putting off going to the gym because I know I'm going to be sore the next day. Or I keep putting off, getting into that relationship because I don't want to be hurt again. That was too unpleasant. It's procrastination. You see, in this video, you get the opportunity to really look at yourself in these 7 or so areas and begin to realize why you procrastinate. Because there is a why. And once you understand the why, you can begin to change the what. That's the next video. We're going to start changing the what. See you in the next video.